In every age, people have sought truth, the kind of truth that gives meaning to life and light to the soul. But in a world overflowing with opinions, ideologies, and misinformation, the search for authentic knowledge of faith has become more urgent than ever. Faith, when based on assumption, imitation, or distorted teaching, becomes fragile, like a house built on shifting sand. True faith, however, stands on the foundation of divine revelation and sound knowledge. It begins with the humility to ask, "What has God truly said?" and the sincerity to seek it from authentic sources. Many people today inherit faith without ever understanding it. They follow traditions because they were born into them, and they listen to voices that echo culture more than revelation. When people learn religion through hearsay or unreliable interpretations, confusion takes root. Doubts grow, divisions multiply, and the true message of God becomes buried under layers of personal opinions. That is why seeking authentic sources, the sacred texts, the prophets' teachings, and the guidance of trustworthy scholars is not merely recommended. It is an obligation for every believer. The Holy Scriptures were revealed not to be quoted blindly, but to be understood deeply. The words of God are perfect, complete, and timeless. But their understanding requires purity of intention, proper study, and guidance from those who carry knowledge with honesty and humility. Just as a doctor cannot be self-taught by rumor, a believer cannot understand faith through fragments of hearsay or social media posts. The heart that desires truth must go directly to the source, to the Book of God, to authentic traditions, and to scholars who live by what they teach. Throughout history, the people of true knowledge, the scholars of integrity, acted as the guardians of faith. They preserved the divine message, defended it from distortion, and passed it down generation after generation. But today, when countless voices claim authority, one must be cautious. Not everyone who speaks in the name of religion carries the light of understanding. The true scholars are recognized not by their fame or eloquence, but by their sincerity, humility, and alignment with divine truth. To strengthen one's faith, a believer must build a direct connection with authentic knowledge. Begin by reading sacred scripture with reflection. Study the lives of the prophets who demonstrated faith through action, sacrifice, and compassion. Seek guidance from verified, reliable teachers, not those who spread division, pride, or extremism. The more one learns from the true sources, the clearer the path of faith becomes. Ignorance fades and certainty takes root. Faith transforms from a set of rituals into a living conviction that shapes every thought and deed. When knowledge is rooted in authenticity, the believer's faith becomes resilient, able to withstand doubt, deception, and the noise of the world. True understanding nurtures humility, for the more one learns, the more one realizes the vastness of divine wisdom. The ignorant argue, the learned submit, the weak rely on emotion, the strong rely on evidence. Faith grounded in authentic knowledge liberates the mind from confusion and the heart from fear. It brings peace, purpose, and a sense of direction that no falsehood can shake. In today's digital age, where misinformation spreads faster than truth, it is essential to verify before believing. Not every quote is authentic, not every preacher is sincere, and not every message that sounds religious is truly divine. Seek authenticity, because faith is too precious to be built on imitation. The pursuit of authentic knowledge is not just an act of learning, it is an act of worship. It is a journey from ignorance to enlightenment, from assumption to certainty, from darkness to divine light. So, let us rise above the noise of confusion. Let us open the true book, follow the true messenger, and learn from those who embody truth through wisdom and humility. The journey toward an authentic understanding of faith is not easy. It demands effort, patience, and sincerity. But it leads to a treasure greater than gold, a heart at peace with God, a mind anchored in truth, and a soul guided by light. True faith does not come from how much we believe others. It comes from how deeply we understand God's message ourselves. Seek knowledge sincerely, and you will find that the light of truth was never far away. It was waiting within your heart, ready to shine the moment you sought it through authentic sources. Please subscribe and press the bell icon to receive notifications of future videos when uploaded.